Alright, welcome back everybody, my name is Atrus, and today we're playing Starcraft 2 Legacy of the Void. We're playing on Orbital Shipyard against a Zerg player named Drew. This was the game I played yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. And it was pretty fun. Some different kind of things happen, and I feel like I reacted pretty well to it. Now, and you'll see it as I go into the game. Now, opened up with a 13 pylon up at the ramp to sort of try and block out any Zerglings. Go for I guess a 16 assimilator. I'm kind of late, I guess, on all of my stuff, but I'm gonna go for a a Nexus as soon as I can. As soon as I get the minerals, I'm going to go for a second Nexus and try and get that economy lead to try and get just to try and get an economy lead, to try and get more army out, try and do it faster than the Zerg player, which is usually not how it works. So I got my pylon down at 18. I'm going to be putting the guys into the gas now, and I'll be making my my gateway at 19 or so. It'll just depend. Yeah, it'll be 19, right at 19. And you can see from the production tab that my opponent's going for quick Zerglings, and he's just now going for gas. I'm dropping another pylon and an assimilator at 20, and I'm just trying to get fully saturated, trying to get that economy lead before my opponent does. So, when I'm playing Zerg players, I'm typically expecting those couple of early Zerglings. Another pylon down at 22, and now I'm putting all of my stuff into my second base, trying to get that fully saturated. I'm leaving that guy up there because as soon as that gateway's down, I'm dropping a cybernetics core. I'm gonna pump out a zealot to try and block that lane right there, and to try and keep him out. So I'm fully saturated there. So now I'm going to try and saturate my other base. And again, the economy is what's really important. But he's got 6 Zerglings coming into my base. Move everything out of the way, and I do lose 1 probe, 2 probes, 3 probes, and and then I try and get the surround on him. And I think I lose 1, 2 more. I think I lost 2 more probes there. So 5 probes in all. Not great. Yeah, 5 probes. But, I was able to counter it and still stay alive. So, I just make some more probes. Get out my warp gate. Drop in a Twilight Council. Continue to fully saturate that second base. I should be getting my mothership core out just now. And a Stalker as well. So, if he's already coming with 6, he's probably coming with more. So I can expect another attack, and that's kind of what I'm planning. That's why I was trying to get out my mothership core so I can do some photon overcharge on up there at the ramp to try and keep him out. So yeah, I see that again. So I know that's what he's going for. He's just trying to kill me with his wee Zerglings. So I just photon overcharge both, and it's not even close. That photon overcharge really does the trick. So I knock out that second wave as well. So now I feel like I'm free to again to keep saturating, and to now that I'm sure he's got at least a second base. Now I'm pretty sure that he's going to be coming hard with a lot of Zerglings, possibly even Roach Ravagers. So, I'm trying to make sure and get my army out instead of kind of my wee probes. But I'm still trying to concentrate on that as well, trying to keep that economy lead. Excuse me. So I've got my robotics facility down because I'm planning on getting my robotics bay out and going disruptor. Because if he's already, but you can see from the production tab, he's kind of, I don't know what he's doing, but he's got a crap load of Zerglings, and they just run right into my mineral line, and they just, well, they wreck me. So try and get them out, try and get them safe. But I don't have anything. And I should have come down and overcharged that pylon, but I didn't, and that was stupid because I did it far too late. And they are gonna destroy my nexus, but I've still got that whole other mineral line down there, still going. Warping in a couple of stalkers, try and clean this up. Gonna get my my assimilator back, and gonna get my nexus back down, because this isn't enough to stop me, and I'm sure that he's coming quick again. So I gotta get my base back up. Gotta get these guys back to mining, especially getting that Vespene gas back. So I've got all these guys back working again. I've got my stalkers warping in again. I've got I think I've got blink. Do I got blink? No, I don't have blink yet. But that should be something that I should be doing soon. So I've got, I'm kind of more reacting to my opponent as opposed to being the one on the offensive. So I don't know, I feel like I should be pressing more, but then again, I'm just kind of playing the hand that I'm dealt. But I've got 2 more gateways coming in, two zealots just warped in, another zealot, because I'm kind of out of Vespene gas. Finally, my nexus comes back in, so I'm gonna try and fully saturate that base again, because I've lost a lot of probes. Got my 2 gateways, gonna change them into warp gates. Got my blink going already, as you can see from my production tab, and he's kind of watching it now. I think that that he was too invested in the mass Zerglings, the mass Zergling attack, because after that his APM went way down, his production went way down, and he just kind of he didn't stop playing, but he definitely stopped playing as well, I think, as he should have. But that's that has nothing to do with me. So I'm just kind of waiting again, trying to figure out what to do next, because I'm just waiting on the next attack. So I'm just trying to get this and that going. Got another nexus going down again, trying to get that economy lead, getting a bunch more pylons down, because as you can see, I'm supply blocked. So I was going to try and warp in a bunch more stuff, but I just couldn't. Got my observer out, going to go in, take a wee poke around, see what he's got. See a bunch of roaches and 2 ravagers, so I know that's coming. So I'm just going to park him right down at the bottom of his ramp, so I know when he's moving out. So I'm gonna speed up this game a wee bit. Gonna keep it on my perspective. Got my robotics bay just about down. Gonna immediately try and get some disruptors out, I think. Oh no, I'm sorry. DTs. I'm gonna move them across the map, and then I'm going robotics facility disruptors. Just gonna keep warping in stalkers as well. You got to if you're gonna go disruptors, you've got to keep a steady supply of stalkers. So I've got 1 disruptor out, 5 more stalkers warping in, and it was very peculiar that he moved back, But when my DTs were going right down here from the ramp, when they were running right here past the zealot, when they ran by, his army was actually sitting right here, and they must have just seen the shimmer and went back home. I couldn't believe it. After watching the replay, that's obviously what happened, because he was coming down ready to attack. So as you can see, he's doing some upgrades. He's going Spire. He's trying to change into Mutalisks. Luckily, I've got a crap load of Stalkers to be able to take care of that. And so I'm starting to move everything down the ramp, trying to get everything ready to go. As you can see, I'm kind of flooding minerals. I should be dropping in, a bunch more zealots or something like that, trying to keep that mineral line. I'm sorry, that mineral count a wee bit lower. But I feel like I'm kind of in a pretty good place as far as my army composition, my economy, and I see him standing there, and I think he isn't watching his army. So I think, okay, well, may as well fight a disruptor shot, and it's not a terrible shot, but then he sees it and he runs away. So then he engages, and I just happen to have my other disruptor coming down, and I fire again, and this is a much better shot. But I kind of wish I had dropped it down a wee bit. But he's just not got enough. He's just not got enough to stop me. And this was kind of just a pointless shot, but I really enjoy using the disruptors. So and that's something that I've really had to learn, was how to use the disruptors. Because if you're Protoss, you've almost got to use disruptors. The Psy Storm, it's good, but once you fire it, it's where it's at. At least with the disruptor shot, you can kind of move it, because splitting completely nullifies the Psy Storm from the, what are those things called? The High Templar. But there's a possibility of your disruptor shot still hitting your enemy. Even if they split, you have the small chance with very quick reactions to move it. But anyway, I'm moving into his base. I'm feeling pretty confident. I've got a lot of Stalkers, 2 disruptors, and I'm just gonna keep warping in. He's got his two Mutalisks at my base. Not a big deal. He quits because I'm kind of hitting his mineral line, and I'm just kind of sitting here doing nothing. But I don't know what I'm doing here, to be honest, because the time's still going, but the game's over. But anyway, so this was a pretty good game for me. I feel like I took care of the early game aggression well. Not great, but well. So and then transitioned into attack mode pretty well. I think I was helped a wee bit by my opponent, as far as his he was so reliant on his Zergling attack that he didn't he maybe didn't know what to do next. He wins all the time with that, so he just doesn't really have a transition to it, or he just didn't care after that. Maybe he was just expecting to win and just said screw it. But anyway, if you like it, please hit like and share and subscribe for more similar content. If you've got any suggestions to for better defense, for new build orders, stuff that's working really well for you, leave them down below, and I'll be happy to try them out. So again, hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.